discuss the matters of the day, just nonsensical stuff, you know, chatting, and giving that cat some attention so that he ain't scared of people at all and all that. And it would have made the video unwatchable. It was so early in it. We'll go ahead and redo it and just right out the gate again. It'll look better that way. Well, outside of that, I like how this place is coming along. And also, I'm sorry for all the coughing, y'all. It's metal. I can't even do fun voices right now without tearing my body up. I'll be alright, though. Trust. Payday's in a couple days. It's starting to look a lot hairier about me getting the online play, so sorry, guys, but, you know, priorities be what they is. I'm still hoping to. If I have the cash left over, bet I'm getting the online month pass. I might wait till next month, or we'll see how it works out. But I'll get the online month pass just because I think it'd be fun to have. Well, you know, you see them sometimes on there. The I think all women should have the right to vote, debate me, bro. Or the Trump supporter or Nazi, what's the difference? Debate me. Stuff like that. I would like to get in on that. So, it'd be better to have an online pass so I can. Also, you know, it don't have to be that way. If you just come in to chill and build, as long as you ain't trying to build swastikas or trolley shit, I don't care. Come on, have fun. Let's do it. You know what I mean? I want this to be a space where we can decompress and collaborate as best we can, because, guys, I wasn't kidding in the last stream. That wasn't me being hyperbolic. That wasn't me, oh, he done lost his script. He's done flown the cuckoo's nest. No. I'm genuinely worried for my country, but we all are, and during World War II, when the Nazis were raining bombs, the Brits still had tea time. While we're fighting these horrible people, we're going to do our best to keep it as normal as we can. But understand, it's still fighting. Every day it's sanding those gears. Every day it's what can we do to make the world better around us, while also making it worse for bigots and white supremacist people. Similar to, yeah, I make fun of a lot of people that are assholes, like white supremacists, neo-Nazis, Trump supporters. I make fun of them because they need to be made fun of. But outside of that, I also pick up litter. I also rescue animals. I'm also the first one, most of the people that are in IRL, that, oh, this cat had kittens and I don't know what to do. Well, the animal place is full, so I'll hold them for a few days until there's an opening. I'm that guy. Because, yes, I'm an anarchist. Yes, I'm to all unjust hierarchies. If you can't tell me there's a reason for it to be there, it shouldn't be there as a hierarchy. I'm very edgy like that. But I'm also, I care about, the reason I'm edgy like that is I've already lost too many people. Sorry for the coughing. But it's like an old fellow I worked with named Doc. I'm not doxing nobody because Doc is dead. Doc died probably of something preventable if they'd gotten caught soon enough, because he didn't have the medical insurance he fucking needed. Am I upset about it? Bet your ass I'm upset about it. I also worked with another older lady. I don't know her name anymore because she worked at Walmart. But yeah, she passed away. The only reason I knew it was because one of my coworkers had left a little thing in the break room about her. The company didn't even give a shit. And seeing all of that kind of shit happen, it radicalized me. Now, do I think that we need to be making pipe bombs and all that? No. I'm not that radical yet. But if they suspend habeas corpus, well, I'm very much, what's the point in behaving then? They can just lock you up for a funny look. There's no, this is the Bush, one second. This is the Patriot Act of our time, and they didn't even need a 9/11 to happen to get it. I mean, it's just, that's what's bad. Bush era, the millennials and Gen X's, we watched a whole bunch of Americans die on live TV, and it was a horrible event to watch and behold. A horrible thing that happened to them too. But it's why we were willing to give up a little bit of freedom for safety. We know better now, but you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You think they're going to give back that money and all the military-grade weapons they got? Absolutely not. So instead, we get security theater and all the airports that we pay a lot of extra money for. But it took us watching, what was the number? I'm not going to look it up and I'll have to bring the mood down, but we're going to say over 1,000 Americans. It took over 1,000 Americans dying horribly and us watching it happen for us to do that. Trump suspending habeas corpus and sending our fellow Americans over to El Salvador and all this horrible shit he's doing. What happened to trigger that? Oh, the migrant wave. Okay, I didn't see a wave and nobody died that I saw. Outside of what's going on now with the ice raids and shit. So, where was this wave at? Outside of that, y'all sold out our freedom for nothing, it feels like, you know? And again, millennials, Gen X, we got blamed too. We need to own what happened after 9/11 that we voted on and kept around. Obama should have undone those Patriot Acts, not just renamed them. But again, I'm learning politics as best I can through the people around me. But I'm also living in a town that's so fucked up that because I live on the opposite side of a bridge, the only bridge to get over to the side where the town hall meetings for this town happen at, I'm just fucked. I don't get to go to town hall meetings. I could get on to get scheduled to try to get a ride via the public transit, but by the time town hall meetings are happening, that bus has already run its route, so I can't do that. I could pay a cab, but then I'm paying a cab an exuberant amount of money to walk not even half of the distance that I go to work. All to sit at a town hall meeting with a bunch of people that I probably wouldn't see eye to eye with to begin with, and basically not be heard. And I'd still be willing to do that, but it's like, you know, it's nearly impossible for me. Everything would be considered nearly impossible for me. Give you an example. Give me a second. Give you an example. I got court on the 22nd. Can't give you the details because it's an active thing going on. It's not criminal in any way, so no frets. You're not going to lose me, chat. But I got court. I'm going to basically have to finagle a way, figure out a way to walk about 14 miles or more. And that's one way. Now, I can get a ride out there if I don't mind showing up about 3 hours early and just hanging out, which is more likely what I'm going to do. But outside of that, I mean, I'm just screwed. Once the thing's all said and done and over, I'm walking home about 10, 15 miles, maybe more. Because it's downtown, and I live in the boonies. But I gotta be there because it's court. It's my duty and my requirement. So it's like, we have all this bullshit, but nothing to... We have no buttressing for it. We have nothing to protect it and help it. And I feel like we really, really should. I mean, for example, transport. Why is it that the police can't just come pick me up and take me to court? I mean, even though it's not a criminal matter, if it was a criminal court matter, then yeah, that's what they would end up doing. Otherwise, every criminal would just skip out on court because, you know, oops, can't make it. So it's like, you know, We should be able to work around this. Why not do a digital call or digital court if that's... Ooh, how'd I do that? It'd just be nice to have a better system than what we got. And I'd be willing to change it in any way I could if I had any power whatsoever to change it outside of just voting. And my biggest complaint about that is, you know, we've got Democrats who hold the line. The Democrats are basically the Republicans of the old age. And we got Republicans who are radical fucking righties, like radical crazy Nazi level, like Nazi level nut jobs. People that think, and now let me be clear, if you're a lady or a gentleman that would like to just stay home and take care of the kids and be a homemaker, I think you should have that ability and right. But I also don't think anyone should be forced into it. And that's exactly what the right wing intends to do with ladies at some point, is y'all be forced back into the kitchen. I mean, they gave up the joke because it was lame, but they kept the sentiment. The spirit of shut up and get in the kitchen is still there. Hell, you can hear lefties say the shit to some of the righties they don't like. I mean, look at what Vosch said to fucking J.K. Rowling. And that's just a battle of two not very good people. And let's be clear, I'm not calling Vosch out too harshly, I just don't like the lolly stuff. And I'm not, like, I don't know, that's a sticky subject that I feel I need way more subscribers to pad my numbers with where I talk about. It's just, like I said, we need to stand in solidarity, and purity testing is one of the things that's hurt us so badly. I mean, by no means, no Nazis, no pedos under any circumstances, because you let one in and that's, congratulations, now that's your space. But for the non-violent, the gays, the queers, the girlies, the queens, they don't hurt anybody. Let them in. They're your allies. That's it, everything's just so... Everything's so bullshit nowadays, you feel? It's like... We are living in an age when we could have a true utopia, but instead we choose to live in hell. Gotta be something poetic in that.
We are about that. And then right next to that, right after it, you guys talk about just talk about it. You talk to us, and you imply that we're friends with people who are doing this, who are the ones who are harassing you. Do you have evidence that H3 Snark called CPS on you? Did I say that? What's the... I said their primary responsible for harassing me. Who called CPS? What the fuck? So, I don't know. To be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Neela's defense, because when you... Is Aries CPS call normally
I'm listening to a song at the moment. I probably just lost a viewer for that one. But I'm listening to a song. I'll be archived, the cover end of the Ethan and the content deputy, the backup to the content cop. Honestly, Ethan, I'm just very disappointed. Very disappointed, brah. But I think I've talked about it before, and it's not really worth talking about. It's just, again, you can't... I'm not against anyone sharing. Share on this platform, by all means. But, okay, let's also caveat this with, don't swap people. It's fucking wrong. I don't care. I hate Nick Fuentes. I wish nothing but bad things for him, and that's as far as I'm allowed to via TOS to say that and take it, but I wish nothing but terrible things in his life for him. I still would not call the SWAT team and be like, hey, I think Nick Fuentes has a lady tied up in his basement. One, you put the cops in danger, which that's not good to do. It's not nice. Two, you put the person, the streamer, in danger, which whether you think they're worth it or not, that's still putting other people in danger, including people in, like, their house and immediate vicinity. And then you also waste that time. That whatever SWAT team should have been being used at that moment to stop some horrible thing. Instead, they're fucking with some streamer. It's bad all around for everybody. And also, you, like, waste their time when they should be doing important shit. But all of that said, if Nick Fuentes suddenly started saying he has not, to caveat this for sake of clarity, Nick Fuentes, to my knowledge, has not said any of this. To my knowledge, he has not planned any terroristic actions. But let's say, for sake of argument, we were watching and reacting to some of his terrible slop content, and we heard him tell his streamers, hey, by the way, take the brand of fertilizer, and take the household chemical, and take the, without the beeps in it? Yeah, it'd be like, oh, dude, he's teaching them how to make a bomb. We need to call somebody. That one? That see something, say something. Again, false claims, that's wrong. And if it's not I personally think it should be a criminal offense. It should be filing a false police report. But again, that's just because we live in a society, and with that society comes certain caveats. I mean, chat, let me be absolutely clear. I have no shame. On a hot summer day in Georgia, believe me, I would Walt Whitman. I think that was the character I remember my high school person, or my high school literature teacher talking about. I would straight up be Walt Whitman out here if I'm getting that right or correctly. I would get off work, put all my clothes in my fucking book bag other than my shoes and socks, and just walk my naked, ball-swinging ass home. Children seeing me be damned. Who gives a shit? It's the naked form. If they're a boy, they have the same form but smaller. If they're a girl, one day you'll see it. I'm not going to be jacking it in front of nobody, but the nude body doesn't bother me. But I live in a society. So, as a byproduct of living in a society, we cover our... Ah! I have a kitten. I have shorts. I have hurt balls. I need a minute, chat. I need a minute. You are so lucky you're cute. It hurts so bad, chat. Oh, be entertaining, be entertaining. I gotta move. Oh, that hurts so bad. Oh, that hurts so bad. Oh, that hurts so bad. Okay, maybe I wouldn't walk around naked. Thank you for teaching me the error of my ways, Banshie. Ah. For the record, chat, I wasn't naked when that happened. It was... I'm sitting in my chair. The kitten was attacking the small bit of my short leg coming off. I forgot what I was talking about. Ah, poor righty. Oh,
point is going to be here, but I will say, regardless,
fuck was I doing, chat?
I will say regardless, like, no,
Other than looking into a weird new piercing.
I don't think that there is any
Nah, I don't think she got, nah, she didn't get through the pants. She just, oh, I think she got through the pants, but not into, like, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm good, I'm fine, we're good. It hurt, but I'm good. I'm unhappy, but I'm alive. That's Banshie, and that's the risk of pet ownership. I can't be mad at the kitten. She's just reacting to the thing on my pants swinging. Oh. Okay, chat. Sorry about that. Oh, real sorry about that. But we back, we entertaining, we doing the fun thing. I genuinely, that was like a reset button on my reality, y'all. I know we were talking about something. I know it was Ethan Klein related. I know it was, oh yeah, don't swat people. It's wrong. Swatting is bad. It's bad for the police, it's bad for the people, it's bad for everybody around it. Just don't freaking do it. Oh. Also, guys, let's be clear, and I don't, like I said, I don't know who it would be for. But Ethan Klein did a whole, his comedy was something that I never got into, really. It was a gross out style, like, very avant-garde. Eric Andre, but dialed back, and I wasn't there for it, you know? And I might be thinking of somebody wrong. If I'm off, I am terribly sorry to the characters in that Adult Swim show that I am besmirching here. But I know it was something, awesome show, great job. And it wasn't like, again, for the time it was cringy, but hell, it was nothing worse than Skippity Toilet. It was nothing better than Skippity Toilet either. Oh god, if I live long enough, has Skippity Toilet become something the older people talk about now? The not teens, but I don't know. Honestly, I live like a goddamn hermit. I've got, like, David is my best friend. I've got quite a few work friends that I hope are my friends, but cynically, you know, you never know. I know that they'll never go out their way to hurt me, and I'll never go out my way to hurt them, but as far as, like, bosom buddies, hell, Alan still owes me cash, and, you know, no judgment, it's not a mean thing, it's just a, you know, it's, but I'm not calling it a loneliness epidemic, guys. Don't call it a loneliness epidemic. The epidemic is because we're all constantly fucking broke in America and everything costs frickin' money. It's like, hell, if I had sidewalks linking my area of town to the main area of town where, like, the libraries and stuff are, I'd go play D&Ds on Friday. D&Ds, Jesus Christ. I'd go play D&D on Friday with, like, other people that are like-minded and enjoy the game. But I can't afford that. I don't have the time to walk the distance there and back, play a game, and all that. So I just don't go, so that's not access to me. I don't think... It's just hard to talk about, you know, because I'm not saying, oh, pay attention, oh, give me attention, oh... It's one of those, I feel bad for my little brothers and stuff, because it's like, and no, not my literal, but you guys. I feel bad for the folks out there that don't really have the community that I had. And I'm not, like, judging you for it either, because I hate that Gen X thing of, well, it's like, well, you kids should just build it yourselves. Yeah, but how? You guys had disposable income, and, like, medicine at that time, you could go and get medical attention, because they would take your information and grow what they knew about medicine with it, so they'd help you for a reduced price. Nowadays, if I wake up and my back's off as hell, I'm just, oh well, I guess this is my life for the next few days. There is no safety net. I saw a dentist when I was 19 and heading out of high school. I saw a dentist at 20, maybe 22, when I was in Job Corps. And they drilled out a cavity without enough Novocaine for it to dull the pain and stop it. I saw a dentist again when I was 34. Get all my teeth pulled, and it was more of an oral surgeon than a dentist. Because while you should go once a year, that's quite a hefty price tag for someone that don't get paid but minimum wage at the time. And our minimum wage here in the U.S. is meant to kill you if you're not a small child with a very large group around you. If you're a person that's willing to dedicate your minimum wage with your friend's minimum wage, with their friend's minimum wage, with their friend's minimum wage, and all of y'all work as a compound, and you'll be alright. You'll be good. But, again, I live like a fucking hermit minus my one friend. Because I've seen that any other time I need people, other than like a couple of my co-workers that quit working at the workplace I'm at, if I need help, they ain't fucking there. I take that back. One of my fellow cooks who does biscuits, he will almost always be there if he's able to be there. His mother, who does the order taking and does barbecue at other places, while we might not agree on a lot of things, she'll always be there, it seemed like, to the social norms. My manager, I'd like to think it, but hell, she's got enough irons in the fire with, she has kids and all that. I don't blame anyone for not being besties. It's just, it seems like such a foreign concept to me now. Because, yeah, I've got lots of good friends. Hell, my boss's husband, he's pretty cool. I'd like to think we're friends. That being said, is he going to pop up at a birthday party? No. Is he going to give me a birthday present? Probably not. It's not really his fault either. He broke his shit, and he's got kids. Their birthday presents come before some random fucker that works with him, or works with his wife. It's like, I just, be the change you want to see and help. And again, I don't know, maybe I'm way off fucking base and everyone I know is assholes and I am the victim here. I just refuse to see it that way. Hell, for a long time, and y'all can see it in some of the old videos on my channel, that was my house. I owned it. Paid taxes on it every year and everything. And it got taken from me. And not in a cataspenda, I just decided money didn't matter and so I didn't pay the bills. No, and I trusted a family member to pay the bills with the money I gave them, and instead they went and shot up drugs. That's vague enough that it shouldn't be against anyone. And really, ever since then, it's been sort of a, brace for cold impact. Well, let me be clear, I've got a better shake of it than most. I mean, my bed is a couch, again, as it was through most of my early 20s, but while that be the case, it is still a bed. When I was a teenager and all the way up to high school, and, well, elementary school I had a bed. Middle school I lost my bed. I didn't get a bed again until I was a man grown. And then I had a bed for a total of about a year, I want to say. Maybe 2 or 3. So, my back is sort of fucked. But at the same time, I make do with it. It's a pain tolerance that I've developed over the years, and it's always it helps me. And on my good days, I feel like Superman, because, no pain. And one day, when I got the kids straightened out here, and I'm able to get my house back or at least sell the place and get some money from it and get an RV or something, I'll be happy to pull the bed out of the RV and get myself my hammock hanging upright, because I genuinely, guys, let me tell you, let me testify something to you. If you've got access to like REI, Duluth, if you can get a good hammock, like a hiking hammock, like an Ozark, Field and Stream, pick your off-name brand if you'd prefer, because it doesn't have to be named. Get you a hiking hammock. I will never go back to sleeping the same way again. It was so comfortable. And in the summertime, it's cool because you can basically set up a box fan near you and you'll catch that wind. In the wintertime, it's warm because you can basically get one of those little square heaters, set it up under you, and the heat rises to cook you good. And you're supported by your own angles, your own weight. Not to get woo-woo, because I don't know, I'm probably warping my body doing it. But it's like it was very natural and nice. And I would really like to go back to that. The problem is my hammock, I have a stand for it because it's set up for, I should have made red stairs. I have a stand for it because when I tried to set it up in my room, I accidentally pulled a hole in the wall that I had to fix later with the drywall. And on one side, I still have a hook in the wall, or I had a hook in the wall from it. But I set up my hammock, got my hooks down, set it up, and I pulled one hook right out the wall. The other one went flat. So then I bought a stand off of Amazon. It got delivered, and I got all the parts for it. But yeah, hammock, y'all. Get you a camping hammock. You will not regret it. I mean, plus on the other side, y'all got to change your mattresses out, ideally, at least once every 3 to 4 years, because it will gain up to 10 pounds in bed bugs or some outrageous, crazy to understand number. Yeah. Fucking crazy, yo. You wanna know what I don't have to do? Change my hammock out. I just have to wash it. And it's not that hard to wash. Just on the day you decide to wash your hammock, take it down to the laundromat with the rest of your laundry, throw it in with your delicates or throw it in with your shirts, just not your jeans. That'll damage the material. Wash it real good and then either hang it up to dry when you get home or put it on a gentle air tumble dry. Also, if you get it through REI or one of the, I went with one of the high-end hiking brands, because one day I swear to you, chat, on my mother's grave, one day I will hike the entire Appalachian goddamn trail. I've been saying that for 3 years. Y'all don't have the lore behind the aggression there. About 3 years ago, I went to the Appalachian Trail. I got to the opening point. The original plan was to walk a good chunk of it and then come back. And I walked to the opening point, that little building that you go to sign in and say, hey y'all, I'm going through the park, and you can give your little nickname and tell them what you're doing, your hiking gear, and that little spot. I made it there. But sadly, due to my cousin's dog stepping on my dog Shifu, who was taking the trail with me, I had forgotten his medication, because when his dog Ava stepped on him, she broke his nail, and I had gotten an antibiotic. Since I didn't have that, David had to come get us and bring us home. I had sworn then that I would come back that opposing year. And then the recession happened. And then Trump got elected this year. And next year, something else might come up. But damn it, I'm going to try it. I've got the gear. I've got most of what I need to go other than food and stuff. And that I'll work out as I go. Right now I just need to save the money for it and have the stability to know I'm coming home to something, you know? But yeah, I'm dying to take that trail one day. It's been a goal of mine for years. I've read the books. I know what I'm doing, at least in theory. I'm eager. But yeah, the trail is awesome. And I hope that it's still there when I finally get a chance to go to it again. And I plan on using my hammock when I go. Also, you guys, I plan on taking y'all with me, in spirit at least. I'm going to be taking pictures, and I'm going to be uploading videos. I've got the laptop set up for it. I just got to get a proper locking case. I was thinking something similar to a suitcase that I could hook to the outside of my hiking pouch. Or keep inside the pack for when I'm in the city, so nobody needs to know I got a laptop. As I said, I've been planning it for quite some time. I just, at one point when it was my meth head uncle had left the house to go to jail for a while, and my cousin was basically working his own job, so I didn't have to try to pay for bills. He could actually help, and I was able to take my tips and my extra money and put it back. Yeah, I was straight up, I was planning. And then everything went to shit and the Great Freeze happened, and I had to rebuild things in the house, and I had to get stuff to fix the house up, and I had to get a lawnmower for the yard because all my yard tools got taken. And then I had to get all my animals' emergency stuff set up because they were calling animal control out on me every other day, and, you know, one of them was gunning to try to get my dog put down because he didn't like seafood. So it's like, once again, you know, just life throws you a curveball, you curve with it, and you fight back as best you can. I genuinely don't know how they are. I will say the same way I did when they first left. I wish them well and far away from me. Oh, my throat's gonna hurt. My coworkers are probably gonna appreciate y'all having me on here for so long, because I ain't gonna be shit tomorrow talking wise. I think tomorrow's my short shift, and if that be the case, then more than likely after my short shift I will come home and we will do a bit more live streaming, possibly some Red Dead. I really like that game. I just wanted to give y'all something like this as a, you know, hold between for a minute. Crap.
It turns out I didn't want to talk to him at all. If the relationship was that close, you would have talked to me on the phone. You wouldn't have shit-talked me. You would be curious where my brain was at and where I was coming from. There's a point in the content top where I'm trying to give an example of cycle of harassment. Have you ever been in a comment section and found someone to argue with? It doesn't stop. It can literally go on forever if you don't want to touch grass.
If dog whistle just dropped, you're using the number 110 to describe the amount of IP stories they're saying is another dog whistle. I feel like Ethan's comedian might actually have unironic content and use like a content mass hysteria. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I prefer content from Mini Minute Man and stuff like that, but it's like, I just, you know, guys, you shouldn't really trust anyone on the internet fully. It's like, for example, I love Hannah, parasocially. I will never not, like, stand that bitch. She is awesome. I mean bitch in the most respective, like, catty way I can. But again, I still like if she came out tomorrow and said, oh, well, actually, no, I wouldn't, because that's happening. Give me a minute, I gotta think of something absurd. Oh, well, the White House has come out, and now we all have to wear these silly-ass fucking Trump hairpiece masks or Melania masks, depending on your gender, to denote your gender. I mean, that sounds like something that Trump might do. I hate to say that wasn't quite crazy enough, but it sounds like it could be logical. Either way, if she said it, I'd still, you know, that sounds crazy, Hannah. Let me go check that source. But also, Hannah's the type of creator who would be good enough to give a source.
on to land exactly on this number. Tell me why you're reasoning. What the fuck, bro? It wasn't even the entirety of the times they fucking mentioned me. That was the initial tabulation without even factoring in clips, dude. It's literally, oh god, it's like every single time they come up with some new shit. Every single time they come up with some new fucking shit, it's like I have to entertain their goddamn hallucinations. Like, that is psychotic. You don't need to defend yourself, shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, this was kind of... Okay, what's that do to me? I don't know. Are you okay? Ethan and Eli act like they have no idea what I'm talking about here. So, I mean, maybe they don't. It's a very obvious and easy to digest point, and that's why I made it that way. I'm going to explain it here so everyone on the internet...
So, good news if anyone was caring about my jewels. Oh, my jewel. Has anyone else caught that on shorts? It's a bop of a song, but my fucking god, I hate that screamy bit at the end. I love every one of those creators that has made some kind of really badass fucking makeup design for it. Okay, I'll give you a snippet without the yelling. It's basically a chick song that's... Where's my jewel? Where's my jewel? Hey, remember I lent you my jewel? Where's my jewel? So not cool. Hey, wait, is that it behind the couch? And then you let out this, like, it's not ear-piercing scream. It cuts away, it cuts back, and the makeup they've been doing, like, light touches to here and there is now this really, really amazing horror movie setup. I love it, but I hate how much of a bop that song is. Minus the screechy bits, because I don't care for the loud noise, but that's not really that's not their fault, that's my fault. That's a little bit, you know, that's my problem, not theirs. I just don't care for, I don't care for loud noises of almost any kind, to be honest. Even the ones that I cared for, like, long ago and far away, I've gotten tired of. Like that song by Endless Taverns, I believe is the name of the band, and not just the website. But either way, Endless Taverns, they're pretty cool too. But they've got this song called Tonight Us. And yeah, when it's sung, because it's sung in the, like, 80s hair band way, it comes off as tinnitus. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of why I got out of the metal scene. Tinnitus. That ringing in your ears. This cat is attacking my shoulder again, but, oh, and I'm alive. Hell yeah, that's why we don't go too high with this. But also, that cat's attacking my shoulders again. Oh, this one's, T'Chaka. I should be safe. He'll attack my shoulders, but again, compared to the last thing that got attacked, that ain't even that bad. Oh no, it's a Banshie. You're okay, honey. You're a kitten and you were playing. Just understand the very real urge to turn you into a red puddle was there. I had to fight that urge because you almost dangled off a very sensitive part of me. A part of me that I don't like having new holes put in. But you're also a baby, similar to if a little kid hit me with a hammer. Yeah, that would hurt and it would upset me, but I'd be more upset with how he got that. Don't climb on that. Come here. No, no, no. Mwah. Go play in that direction, far away from my balls. Alright, I think we'll end on the bulls and we'll go ahead and sign off of the Minecraft for now on day 21. We're on day blackjack, folks. Hells yeah. We're almost there. 60 more days and we've beaten our old record. And we still need a friggin' bed. Feels like I should be able to make the bed out of wheat, like hay bales, you know? Either way, y'all have a good evening. Thank you for being here. I gotta edit some of this.